Hi, if you're watching this video, you're probably already a partner of Zebra's, or even more specifically, a partner of mine. I had the opportunity earlier this week to sit down with Nathan Clevenger. Nathan Clevenger is the Director of Design and Development for Zebra's Application Virtualization offer. Application Virtualization is the process in which Zebra can take a legacy Windows application and recompile it for either a newer version of Windows like Windows 10 or Android. This solution that we offer stems from an acquisition that we made back in August, and Nathan was the CTO and co-founder of that organization. Why this is important is because Microsoft is sunsetting support for any legacy Windows operating system, including Windows 6.5, which is on many of the mobile devices that have been sold over the past couple of years. What's interesting to note that Nathan will mention is that for the first time ever, Microsoft has broken the chain as far as forward migration goes to newer OSs. That means that end users that have a application written for legacy versions of Windows are going to have to rewrite for something, whether it's a newer version of Windows or whether it's Android or something else that comes along. I put together videos like this on a fairly regular basis. If you find that the content is helpful and informative, please hit the subscribe button. I'd appreciate it. And now on to my conversation with Nathan. Nathan, we've been talking this morning about different benefits and kind of different situations around the whole app virtualization, the end of support for Windows legacy versions of Windows OSs.
Yep.
A lot of the people that watch these videos are reseller partners of mine, and they're sales reps that are calling on end users. Some of this might be foreign to them. They're hearing about it maybe for almost maybe the first time, or they're not too familiar at this point.
Sure.
Yet. So, is there a first line of questions that partners could use to qualify if the customer is a candidate for application virtualization?
Yeah, absolutely. So the first question is, what type of application is it?
Okay.
So application virtualization is built for .NET Compact Framework apps.
Okay.
So if you don't know if your app is that, ask your developer or ask whoever created the app for you. Which is actually another comment. If it's a packaged app from a third party like an ISV, then we could potentially work with that third party, but because we need the source code in order to virtualize the application, you either need to have the source code yourself or be working with a third party. If the application isn't a .NET Compact Framework app, it could be a number of other apps, like it might be a terminal emulation or Telnet app. In that case, and you need to move to a modern device, we have our All-Touch TE solution,
right,
which gives you the ability to migrate from legacy to modern operating systems. And if you have a web-based solution, we have our enterprise browser that helps you access all of the APIs for the modern devices and modernize essentially your web-based applications. So as Zebra, we now have a full portfolio for all of the different types of applications that a customer might have.
Excellent. So yeah, we've got them all covered, whether it's TE browser or a Windows-based app. So you mentioned the one question about is it .NET Compact Framework? Is there
Yep.
a couple other questions that customer or partner could use to kind of qualify it?
Yeah, exactly. So virtualization is ideal for large applications. If you have a 5-screen app that a customer could rewrite in a few weeks, that's probably not a candidate. If it's a big app with dozens or hundreds of screens, then it's probably a much more solid candidate for virtualization, as well as if you have a whole portfolio of apps. If you have a dozen or 2 dozen apps, then virtualization has a much stronger value prop than if you only have one, unless that one app is a huge app.
Right. Okay.
So it really comes it really comes down to the amount of investment that a customer has in their existing Windows mobile apps.
Okay. So if you're a partner and you've gotten through this step, you kind of confirmed that there's they're qualified. What's the next step? What should they do?
Sure. Well, I would say call you.
All right, what should I do?
So you would work with our professional services engagement organization.
Okay.
So virtualization is being delivered as a technology-enabled service.
To sum it all up, this is a service that we're offering. There's obviously a need for it with the sunset date of 2020.
Yeah.
And we've created this ability or this this suite of services allow the partners to be right in the middle of it and provide their value to the end user customer.
Exactly.
Excellent.
Exactly.
Thanks, Nathan.
Thanks, Mark.